the internet really is a big thing for us. In fact, when we are doing an amendment on the Public Service Act now, so we wanted to provide the definition of what public utility is. And in the first draft of the bill, we actually put internet as not a public utility because we really want to take out the restriction on foreign ownership so as to make all these markets contestable so that at the end of the day, consumer welfare will be paramount.
Thank you for that. Ganesh?
Thank you very much. No, I could not concur more about the point about the skills upgrading. I think the Philippines needs to consider this shift of skills, particularly the IT skills. You've got some basic skills. I'm not sure what your total stock of degree level computer programmers are in the Philippines on a per capita basis. But that would be a number that should be looked at. And then we should think about programs, upgrading the programs in the different universities. I know there are computing programs in the universities, BSc computing, but I wonder how many are produced. I wonder what facilities they have. I wonder what kind of teaching. We need to look at that seriously and upgrade them. I mean, what's great is you have good universities here. And I think I would put some sense. My sense of India is that India has these Indian Institutes of Technology that have been great in producing enough of these people. So they have these centers of excellence, and that has been a major factor in India generating the right kind of programmers and so on. And that's an important area to look at. But there are other examples. Germany has this, and so on. So Australia has some of this, you know. But I think you need something in the Philippines to leverage the reputation you have, the good reputation they have in the BPO industry. It would be an obvious thing to set up a school of excellence in UP or Ateneo or whichever the right university on computer science and really make that a world-class center, at least a regional center. And I think you will have a lot of demand for that because you have something to show. On wind, it's interesting about this thing about carbon, and I'm beginning to dabble a little bit about climate change. I'm not an expert, but what I understand is the following, and Dr. Padilla will know better. Carbon is a hard technology to replace. Okay, so carbon. This is the big challenge. Right? So you need a big hump to replace carbon, right? And the only thing that replaces it as of today, right, is nuclear. Now I don't advocate nuclear technology, but in terms of the amount of power that you can generate per whatever investment you make. So that's the first point. However, we have to strive at decarbonization. There's no question. So we may have a world, in an ideal world, where you use a combination of energy technologies, right? And in terms of the generation aspect, and then in terms of the user aspect, you know, one of the things that some countries did, like Sri Lanka, where I was born and spent some time, they've got a very interesting tax where it's cheaper to buy a hybrid car than it is to buy a gasoline guzzling car. And it's really quite interesting how they've done that tax. So there's no question, I'm in the process of buying a car. I was amazed as to the relative pricing of that. And in the Philippines, I believe there's no such discriminatory pricing. So we have to move both on the generation side, but also on the consumption side, to create a decarbonization revolution, if you like. I don't know the technical details of wind power. I suspect it's one of others. Solar, I understand, is another, but the initial investments in these things are high. And I think the problem is to do with the battery technology. I could be wrong. We can generate something, and in the limit they talk about putting, you know, carbon cells on it, you know, these hydro cells on every roof and whatever. And there have to be incentives for that. But the problem is to hold that energy. I think the battery technology is a problem, right? But over time, those may be overcome. But I think we've got to change the mindset, isn't it? And we've got to think in terms of decarbonization. Now, it's hard in an archipelago. I mean, you have the additional problem we didn't talk about in the archipelagic nature of the country. I'm not quite sure how much of the population lives in Luzon, but certainly the hinterland, this becomes even harder. So I think we need to think carefully of that. And the internet clearly is another important area. I mean, we want the country to be in the digital